but I ain't scared. I ain't shy. I'm just trying to give y'all the real deal, Holyfield. What's up, gang? It's your girl Sid from Simply Savvy, and welcome to today's video. We're going to be discussing how I lost 15 pounds in only 14 days. If you all are new here and you are interested in weight loss and lock content, make sure that you all do the things like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you all are not new, or if you're joining me from Savvy Sentient, my spirituality and tarot channel, welcome back, and thank you all for all of your support. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I wanted to start this video off by showing you all this shirt. Okay, this shirt says "Don't be salty," but the thing about this shirt is it is slightly too small, if you can tell. Okay, and the reason why I'm wearing this slightly too small shirt is because this shirt is going to be my reference shirt so that you all can see in real time how the weight loss is going. Okay, I'm only going to wear this shirt during videos or to create reference content for you. Okay, so this will give you real time how things are going. All right, I'm going to actually insert right here a better video so that you all can see how the shirt actually fits. Y'all see this? Shenanigans. Look at that. A mess. All right, but I ain't scared. I ain't shy. I'm just trying to give y'all the real deal, Holyfield. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I actually did this in June, the June that just passed, which was 2023. Okay, at the time that I started this, well, I'll get into exactly what it was, but at the time that I started it, I was 285.8 pounds. My highest weight around that time was actually 292.2. So I was knocking on 300's door hard, real hard. Okay. After I completed this, my end weight as of July 4th, 2023 was 270.6. So I actually lost 15.2 pounds. Okay. My current weight as of 2/12/24, February 12th, is 275. So I actually did maintain the weight loss for a long time and then gained about 5 pounds. So I kept 10 of the pounds off. So what in the hell did I do to lose the weight? This is where I may lose some of y'all. Because y'all not gonna want to hear this bullshit. But listen, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. What I did was a plant-based diet. Okay, I went completely plant-based for 14 days, 2 weeks. However, this does not mean that I was only eating fruits and vegetables in the raw form, struggling, crying, just having flavorless food. No, that's not what that means. So this is why you need to stay tuned, because I'm going to show you all the things that I ate to help me stay on track. Okay, so what did I eat? Plants only. Okay, I had cooked all of my plants in seasonings. I use real seasonings, sea salt if I needed sea salt, but I do highly recommend that you don't use any prepackaged seasonings for any of the things that I'm going to show you. Okay, so plant-based oils like coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, or water. Okay, now the reason why it's okay to use these plant-based oils is because this is such a low calorie way of eating that you're gonna want to need to get those calories however you can. Okay, I don't know if I did a disclaimer yet, but just in case, I am not a doctor. I am not a healthcare professional. This is what I've done This is what works for me. I highly suggest that you check in with your doctor if you intend on doing something like this, but this is just what I did and this is what works for me. Okay, had to get that disclaimer out of the way. Okay, so plant-based oils or water to cook the vegetables and the fruits that I was eating. Seasonings, I use the actual seasonings, not seasoning packets. So for example, if I wanted something that tasted like tacos, I would use cumin, chili powder, paprika, smoked paprika, oregano, like the seasonings in the herbs in their rawest form, a little salt and pepper here and there, okay? But not whoever brand taco seasoning with MSG and whatever else they be adding into all of that, okay? So that's first. So I'm gonna show you now some of the things that I ate. So the first thing that I like to eat a lot during this switch up, this plant-based diet, was cauliflower breakfast potatoes. So I would make them like a gratin. Ooh, that would be lit. But I would make them like, you know, the breakfast potatoes with onions. I would add onions, bell peppers, and I would cut the cauliflower into like bite-sized cubes and stir fry them with all of my seasonings, olive oil and all that. And I would eat those as my breakfast, so breakfast potatoes. I try to avoid eating too many starchy fruits and vegetables. But you'll see throughout the video that there are some starchy things that were eaten. However, they were eaten in moderation. So keep that in mind. Don't just, you know, go buy a bag of potatoes and just be eating potatoes all 14 days, okay? So yeah, the next thing I would eat is cherries and pineapples. I kept a lot of pineapple on deck. Like I really was killing it with the pineapple. So cherries and pineapple is another breakfast item, or just something that I could eat throughout the day as a snack. In this picture that I'm going to show you here is sweet potatoes and collards. This was actually on the first day, and I believe it was after some type of dinner, or maybe I had just cooked the sweet potatoes and I didn't want to waste them. So I did carry them into my 2 weeks, but I ate them with vegan collard greens. So there's no meat in the collards at all. I usually don't put meat in the collards just because I don't eat beef or pork. But yeah, if I ever want to, it would probably be smoked turkey, but that's not what we're talking about today. Okay, these were vegan collard greens. All right, I still cook them with like vinegar, all of my spices, maybe a little honey or sugar. So this is not extremely strict in terms of like no sugar. But I tried to keep everything as like natural as possible, so as plant-based as possible. So if you're gonna use sugar, just use a little bit. I know that sometimes it's necessary to balance certain things, but also honey, I would probably lean more towards honey, and I'm pretty sure I did honey because I don't even usually buy white sugar like that. The only reason why I have it is for my ancestors. But anyways, the next thing I ate is these green beans and mushrooms, and I made them like Asian, kind of with an Asian influence. So it would kind of taste like having Chinese food. So this way I didn't feel like I was missing out on like Chinese food or anything like that. So I would use like powdered ginger or even fresh ginger, soy sauce, some honey once again. I would also prepare the mushrooms with like Worcestershire sauce sometimes. Worcestershire sauce. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. To make them taste meatier. And I would eat them in different bowls and stuff like that. Okay, so mushrooms are going to be, I know some of y'all hate mushrooms. But for those of y'all that love mushrooms, it's going to be like a staple for you. If you're going to try to do this, okay? Like, it's going to be your meat. Okay, now I guess there's other vegetables that you can use as a meat option. There's a lot of neutral vegetables like cauliflower that take on the flavors of whatever you're putting into it very easily. So you can try other alternatives, but it's mushrooms for me. There's so many different varieties, so many different textures. Some of them even have like the texture of meat, so you don't feel like you're missing out on meat. So play around with mushrooms if y'all are interested in trying this, okay? The next thing, honeydew. I love honeydew. Fucking up the honeydew left and right is delicious. And if you have like a sweet craving, it's really good for that. But what I will say is, after a couple of days, your desire for sweeter things is probably going to decrease, and you're going to find like during the 2 weeks that you want to lean more towards like vegetables and like less sweet foods. Okay. The next thing, and this is what I'm saying, y'all, ain't nobody perfect, ain't nobody infallible, because I did have a cheat day. But it was a very conscious cheat. Okay. So I went to Moe's. I was out with my, whoever I was with at the time. We were out and we were going to the movies, and we were going to Moe's. So we went to Moe's, and Moe's actually has like this vegetarian bowl, but it does contain rice. So I still had the rice, and I had all the veggies and all that, and I ate a couple of chips. I didn't eat all the chips. I only gave myself a little handful, but I ate that bowl of the chips. It was fulfilling. And if I'm not mistaken, I still actually lost weight the next day. Okay. Here, what I'm showing you now is the mushroom avocado salad with everything seasoning. One of my favorite things to eat. Again, y'all peep those mushrooms. They looking kind of meaty, don't lie. They looking real appetizing. Don't lie. Okay. So for you mushroom haters, y'all might want to try to expand your horizons. Not all mushrooms taste the same, and a lot of mushrooms are really good for picking up the flavors of whatever you put into them, okay? So just a note. I'm not trying to force you into liking mushrooms, but I'm just saying. Okay, so moving on. A couple of days later, after the Moe's situation, I actually did make a vegan version of like a Moe's or Chipotle bowl, and that's what we have here. This is a mushroom Chipotle bowl with plantain. So here's another fruit that is not, that's kind of carby. Okay, so I ate it in moderation, but one thing about me, I'm Haitian. I'm an island girl, and I love plantains. Okay, so I definitely mashed up a few plantains and double fried them in olive oil with some honey drizzle, some cayenne, and a little sea salt. Delicioso. All right, and I put that on the bowl as well with like the mushrooms and all that jazz. I didn't put beans because we're not doing beans. I know it's a plant-based thing, but beans is going too far. Beans is going too far. Okay, so I had that. The rice base was actually cauliflower. So there's cauliflower rice in the bottom of the bowl, and then all the things on top. Okay. The next thing is this delicious spaghetti squash with mushrooms. Tomato sauce. Okay, so if y'all don't know about spaghetti sauce, if y'all don't know about spaghetti squash, it's very easy to cook, and it actually has, it's like spaghetti on the inside. You'll bake it, rub it down with some olive oil, some salt, and some pepper. Put it on a cookie tray. I would say like 350, 400, in an oven for maybe 35 to 40 minutes, and it will cook through. Once you do that, you can take a fork and just drag it along the spaghetti squash, and have a video for you here of me doing that. But you can just drag it through the spaghetti squash, and it will create noodles. Okay, so for the sauce, what I did was got some cans of crushed tomatoes and I seasoned it up with some oregano, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, a little Worcestershire sauce in there, maybe a little drizzle of honey to balance out all the tomato, all the acidity from the tomato. But I created a homemade tomato sauce, and then I threw some sauteed mushrooms in there, and I believe maybe some onions as well. Olives will be great here as well. And I put them in the sauce and put them on top of the spaghetti squash, and it's actually pretty filling. Not a lot of calories because, again, we're just eating vegetables, but we're, razzle dazzling those vegetables, so you don't got to feel like you're struggling through these 2 weeks. It's just real food. It's just real food that tastes good. It's just plant-based. Okay, so the last thing I have is the zucchini zoodle ramen. And by far, this is probably one of my favorite things. Again, something that is really filling, especially on a cold, wet day where you need to warm up. Zucchini noodle soup. Okay, so what I did with this is, of course, took my zucchini zoodler and I made zucchini noodles. If y'all don't have one of those, they actually do sell zucchini noodles already cut. I think like in the produce section of Walmart and stuff like that, you can find them. I've seen them before. But also the zucchini noodler thing is very cheap. It's not an expensive tool, so you can find it very easily at your local Walmart or Target, my favorite store. Target will definitely have it. But what I did was I created a broth with vegetable stock already in the little carton, and I put that in my pan. I added some soy sauce, some ginger, some like Asian spices, things like that you might find in a ramen. Okay, and then I added these sliced carrots. I added mushrooms because, again, that's going to be the meat. I put some onion, like the green onions on top, because I was trying to make it feel like we was really going out for ramen. That was my goal. We having ramen today. Okay, so I did that and just really spiced it up. You could definitely do hoisin. I think hoisin might be vegan. Maybe double check. But like sriracha, the red Thai chili pepper, I use red pepper flakes, like really jazz it up. And you're going to really feel like you eating ramen. That was probably one of my favorite things of the whole time. And that's something that I would even eat if I wasn't on a vegan trip. Like if I wasn't doing this, like zucchini noodles, I mess with them the long way, just so y'all know. Especially in a ramen, just so y'all know. Okay, so yeah, these are the kind of things that I eat in order to stay focused, to not feel like I was having cravings that were unsoothable. Like I still felt like I was eating good food. And I feel like that's where a lot of us get lost. We feel like we're being deprived. And I definitely didn't feel that while I was doing this. And that's what helped me stay on track. But also what helps to stay on track is drinking a lot of water. Water needs to be your primary beverage throughout all of this. And just in general, if you're trying to be healthy. And hot tea. I did hot tea like almost every morning with those cauliflower potatoes, the fake cauliflower potatoes I was telling you about. Avocado in moderation, but it's good for the calories so that you're not feeling hungry as well. Also, I tried to make sure that I got 10K steps a day in some way, shape, or form, even if it was just going on like a brisk little walk, taking Hazel around the neighborhood, just, to get my steps. And something that y'all probably have been warned against, something that may not work for everybody, but I will say definitely helps motivate you throughout these 14 days, is getting on the scale every single day. because every single day of this, I have lost weight. In the beginning, it's going to be a lot of weight. Like in the first 2 days, you might lose like 5 pounds. But as you go through the 14 days, you might lose like a pound a day, 0.8 a day, 0.5, another pound. So you're going to constantly lose weight, and that's going to help keep you motivated. Okay. So these are the things that I did. Just a little, I have a shopping list that I'm actually making because I'm about to do this again. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 10 days or 14, but right now my mind is on 10. So for my shopping list, definitely have frozen strawberries, bananas, frozen blueberries, avocados, mushrooms, cauliflower, broccoli, bell peppers, pineapple, apples, oranges, coconut milk. I do have smoothies as well. You can have smoothies every day if you want. I do not put yogurt or anything like that. My smoothies consist of frozen fruit, bananas, and a plant-based milk, which is why I have coconut milk. I also do almond milk or oat milk. And if you need something to sweeten it, honey. I sometimes put a little vanilla extract in there, makes it taste like a milkshake, or some cinnamon, and or, you know, I razzle dazzle everything. So this way it tastes good, keeps you on track, and keeps you focused. So yeah, that's how I lost 15 pounds in 14 days. And now that I've shared that with you all, like I said, I'm about to do this again. This is why I came with my extra small shirt on, so that y'all can see the progress. Y'all can see where I'm starting, and you can see where we end up. Okay. So if this was helpful to you, if you are interested in doing this along with me, I am going to be recording every night of my cleanse or my fruit fast feast, whatever you want to call it. And just to, you know, keep a journal, a video log, a vlog, if you will, of my progress. And then of course I'll be doing weekly or bi-weekly weight loss updates as I progress through my weight loss journey. So if this is something that interests you, if you are still here at this point, I hope that you're subscribed at this point. But if not, make sure you do that, and you'll be sure to get the updates for my weight loss journey. All right. If you would like to share some of your own tips and tricks, please feel free to do so in the comments. And until the very next time we meet, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.